Right. First,
Go on.
effing and jeffing. Yes or no?
Oh yeah, we're allowed to F, mate.
Good, because I
don't know
fucking
about
swear like a trooper.
I don't know about this. I don't know about the C word audio because we're not actually. I'm not using the visual from this.
Yeah.
I might down the line. I might start doing video because I love being animated and mucking about.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of When Nerds Do Fitness with my special geek guest, hunk Craig Heaton. Hey, I've actually got I've got a funny story about the name Craig, but continue.
Go on then.
Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, what you do.
I'm Craig Heaton, Instagram Craig Heaton Fitness. I've been a online coach 3 days before lockdown is when I started.
Hey, wicked.
Yeah. So I left the army after doing 12 years.
I never knew that.
Yeah, 12 years in the army.
Wow.
I was a tank mechanic. Left that 3 days before lockdown, left to set up my own business. Safe to say I shit myself. Not knowing
mechanic.
Yeah. So
Mate,
imagine AA but on roids.
Hi, green flag here. Come to fix your bazooka.
Yeah, wow. Your 72-ton tank, I'm going to fix it. That was my job. And then left the army. I didn't have a plan B. I was passionate about fitness and I wanted fitness to be my journey. So I set up my business, moved house with my then wife into a double garage that converted into a gym, worked from there, fantastic. From there, 5-year plan, I opened my own gym. Shit went downhill quite quickly, COVID and all that lot. And my 5-year goal of opening the gym has come 4.5 years early. And opening my own gym soon and online coaching at the moment. So that's where we're at.
Did you ever think about, because as soon as you said army, I thought, oh, wouldn't you want to be is it called a PTI in the army?
Personal trainer instructor.
Would you ever want to?
Yeah.
Obviously, it might have crossed your mind then.
So with me, I was what was known as a biff in the army. It's called a bone idle fat fuck. So it's basically everyone that's injured.
I thought he was off Back to the Future.
Biff. Cracking film, by the way. I broke my leg in 2015 skiing for the army, or skiing for my regiment, and from there I then got a bulged disc in my L4, L5, which then required surgery. So 2016 I had surgery on my back to fix this bulge, and then from 2017 onwards I was fixed, but I wasn't army fixed, if that makes sense. So I could do everything, do my job, do my role, but I couldn't do certain aspects. So like going on long ass tabs and runs and walks and all that lot, that just stopped me because I'd just fall into pieces. As soon as I started anything impact, it'd play on my back. So I was never able to pursue that personal training instructor role.
No.
Even though I was fully qualified, I was fully qualified as a personal trainer. I was better than most of the PTIs in the army, but I couldn't have that role.
So I suppose it's almost like, because I've been in this position, and no doubt a lot of people that are listening to this now, if you're PTs, you've been in a position where you'll say to people, hey, I don't know, do your cardio or do your stretching. We never do it. We never do our cardio. We never do our stretching. Or we can wear a hoodie because we think we look that good, but we're not. But as a PTI in the army, you are exposed. You need to be the epitome of what you are telling them. Because you're surrounded by grown-ass men that will just rinse you if you're not in that position.
So you need to be in that position to think, look, if I'm telling you to do it, I can do it twice as good as any of you can do it. And I was, unfortunately, because of my back, I was never in that position. And the back's still fucking me over today. I'm currently waiting for my second back operation.
Yeah, I saw that on the gram the other week. You popped on your story or something. You're putting some supplements and things you were taking at the time, or what you ordered, and then you're like, alongside all of my back medication. Yeah,
so I'm taking 28 pills a day.
Flipping heck, man.
Yeah, and I don't know how I function, to be honest. 28 pills a day. I'm probably on enough morphine to knock out half of Woburn Safari Park.
I think it's because that is just simply because your body is just a survival tool. It needs to survive.
Yeah,
So it's got to find a way.
needs. Yeah. So it's So I'm a little bit in limbo with obviously gym side of things because I can't progress as much as I want to because I'm stuck with this injury.
What's it preventing you from doing specific?
So leg exercises, let's say for leg day. I'm never going heavy on the leg press. I'm not squatting. Hack squat, I'm probably pushing 3 plates aside. And I know I can do more. But that safety mechanism is like, don't even think about it. Because from November to February, I was in and out of hospital 6 times. From the sight of you, you've got a very like a thick, strong, muscular physique. Anyway, you have foundations there. It's just your problem is potentially progression from there, but you're maintaining the hell out of it. That's one thing that I'm pushing myself is I'm maintaining what I've got at the moment because I know I want to maintain it as best as I possibly can until I have that operation. Once I've had that operation, recovery, quick tidy up, off season, prep, comp.
Is that what your plan? Is that what you'd like to do?
That's the plan.
So I've got 2 things, and we'll get back to my story about Craig in a minute. But so
we're going on a tangent.
So the first thing is how frustrating, genuinely frustrating, because it's never happened to me, if I'm honest. So yes, of course, I've had injury. I'm suffering with like some poorly knees. I've got to tiger balm it, and I've got to wrap them up a bit. And we've all got niggles and bits and bobs here and there. But how frustrating is it, genuinely, if you can open up, to just being in a position for a prolonged period of time to just maintain? Is it frustrating?
It's so, honestly,
I can't think of anything like, because I want to get
so better. So fucking frustrating. When this first happened, so the injury recurred in September, and then it started getting bad October time, and I was in a fucking bad place. I was so depressed because I'm the kind of person that just wants to get up and do things. I'd never take medication if I didn't need to. I'd solve the problem by physio or sports massage. And I just physically couldn't. Everyday things, playing with my son, going for a walk, standing up for a piss. I was just collapsing in pain. And then now going into that point, right, I'm okay, I can function, but being able to push on, it's so fucking frustrating.
So what's the ops? What are they going to do in the operation?
So the op is, I'm going to get all technical here. It's called a transforaminal lumbar interbody fusion.
Yeah, because I know what that is.
So basically, I'm having some scaffolding rods in my back. So they're going to take away the disc.
Take it completely, just get rid of it.
Completely remove that. Put in a bone graft, so it fuses the 2 vertebrae together. And then they're going to put 2 rods either side of the vertebrae and then join the rods across and then fuse that. So it's literally going to be a whole cage around my L4, L5.
Wow.
So
have you been because you were in the army, have you been kind of like skipped ahead of the game a bit because you were serving the Queen and country?
You'd like to think. To think. No. Really? It's part of the Armed Forces Covenant that the NHS and being a veteran that you do get this Q jump sort of privilege. And don't get me wrong, I don't take advantage of it because there's fucking thousands more people out there that are dying and need it. But being told that, you're a veteran, so you'll be able to jump ahead, to then be told, no, actually, you're just the same old bod on the waiting list. And obviously with COVID and everything, it's just made that waiting list hell of a lot longer. So I've been over a year now.
Yeah, you hear a lot of people with like suffering with cancer, or those that would have, I don't know, let's say I've got a lump and I find a lump, it would take me far longer to have been checked. There is far more people now because of COVID on the backlist, or that are popping their clogs, which because they wouldn't have if COVID wasn't there, because they wouldn't have been seen, or they would have.
Honestly, it's like I love the NHS and hats off to them, but at the moment they are just literally on their ass because they're playing payback with everything.
Did you stand outside? Did you stand outside and clap on a Thursday?
Yeah, I had my saucepans and pans and wooden spoons.
Did you? Did you do it?
No,
you didn't. I didn't clap.
No.
And that isn't from like a. I have absolutely, like, I have no respect. I have no words to really describe how much. But I don't know why. I just felt like it was almost like a very.
It was always like rubbing in your face.
Oh, well done. Oh,
Yeah,
you're working hard now, are you? Oh, congratulations. I'm going to show you some. No, that's bollocks.
No,
I'll show you respect every day, no matter if it's COVID or cancer or this.
I just thought exactly like you. I just thought it was a bit of a piss take to say, oh, well done, you're working through a pandemic. What, like, it was just annoying, patronising.
Yeah, that's the word. And I've spoken to a few nurses since then, and they went, yeah, we hated it. We hated people doing it. So I can see the lovely thing about it. It's showing respect and almost shining a light on these heroes, which they are. But it was a bit patronising to him. So let me get into the Craig story. It's only
Let's
quick.
Go. It's quick.
So I don't know a Craig. You're the only Craig I know. But I had a fake Tinder account made of me, and I was a Craig. I was a Craig. I was 6'2", which I'm miles off, by the way. I'm nowhere near 6'2". And I was studying at university at the time, and I was 3 years younger than the age I was. So that's great.
That's good. That's good. I've never had that.
You've never had
No, I've never had a fake profile or a fake Tinder, and I'm quite disappointed. Because if you have a fake Tinder or a fake something made about you, it means you are.
You say that, but when you're the person, you do not look it like that. Because I whacked it straight on my Instagram stories. I was like sharing it. I was like, "What the fuck? Find this and report them and like do it." And people are like, look at it as a good thing. And I was like,
yeah,
oh yeah, they're using my face. So I suppose that's a good thing.
Yeah, they like how I look,
but it's weird. You don't look at it like that straight away, you know.
I want to see the person behind it.
Yeah, you imagine a 68-year-old Mexican man with a sweaty tash eating a burrito.
Yeah, and 14 cats.
Yes.
Yeah, 7 of them are dead, but you can't find them because his house is just full of rubbish.
Well, you can't find them because he just ate them in the burrito. That's probably what it was. So just before we jumped on, we were talking about gyms and opening facilities and how, as a trainer, a coach, whoever, a whatchamacallit, your dream, anyone, even any fitness enthusiast, your dream is to open your own facility, and you're doing just that.
Yes.
Go on, give us a little bit of an insight.
So it was always a goal, like you say, any PT, any coach, it's always their goal to have their own facility. And I was in the position that fortunately I had this money come in, and I was like, right, now's the time, best time than ever. Let's do it. Let's just take the plunge. I'm the kind of person that just fucking throws myself headfirst into it.
Yeah, mate, we're very similar like that then.
Yeah, throw myself headfirst and I'll learn on the way.
Yeah.
I was like, let's do it. So I found the place, found the premises. It's council owned, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing being that you can sort of barter with them. So I've managed to get 6 months free rent, 3 months half price. Nice. on the premises, so to allow me to start up. The bad thing is they like dragging their heels, and they've blamed everything on COVID, even though the premise has been sat still for 3 years. So yeah, I'm opening that. I've already got £6,000 worth of kit in my ex-wife's garage, and I've got another 15 grand worth of kit sitting over in Ireland waiting to come over.
Exciting. Isn't it exciting? Building your own little. Mate, we're just kids. It's just building your own little playground. Are you opening up? Honestly, is it going to be a public, as in a member-run gym?
Yeah. So cool. It's going to be a private members. Because I used to run every weekend when I was back from the army. I used to run weekend boot camps and like boxing fit sessions, and that was going fantastic. And then obviously COVID hit and stopped it all. And I've got guys asking me daily, weekly, are we doing boot camps again? So I was like, yes. And I was renting a premises, and it didn't allow me the growth. So I was like, right, now's time to do it. So it's going to be group sessions, boot camps, but it's also going to be private members. Yeah. Limited numbers because the place is not as big.
What's the square footage?
I think 32 square foot.
32,000 or 3,200?
3,200.
Okay, so it's about half the size of. It's like a downstairs. You ever been to like the energy fitness you were talking about?
Yes, yeah.
There is like a small gyms, aren't they?
Yeah.
We've got one in Exeter here.
Yeah.
It's probably the size of that.
Yeah. about that.
Yeah.
Probably my maths isn't good, so it's probably a lot smaller than that. It's big enough. It's
just one shell, upstairs, downstairs.
Just one room.
Nice.
It's got a kitchen, 2 toilets, storage room, and like a small office, which will be perfect for me. And the storage room will be my room to do my sports massages as well.
Yeah. So you do that as well?
Yeah, pretty much finished my qualification now.
That's wicked.
I just wanted to add as many tools to my belt as I possibly could.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that. I was exactly the same. When I first started PT, within 6 months, just 6 months of qualifying as just a normal trainer, whatever you want to call yourself, I thought, what else can I give? What else can I provide? How can I earn more money and give more to my clients? Oh, I know. When my clients hurt themselves, I can massage them. And when I get massage clients, they want training. Boom, 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 boom.
Exactly.
And and you can learn the body. I now look, and you'll be the same if you're almost qualified, or you are. You look at the human body now. When I'm watching people train, when I'm training myself, I look at them as an anatomy chart. I don't even look at them as a human body.
And you're assessing them.
Yeah. I'm like
assessing them all the time.
It was quite funny, actually. With one of my exes, we were walking down the beach or along the seawall. And it wasn't too long after me and her started going out. And I was like, look at that person's ankles. And I was like, working through. But it was good for me because I was like learning how, like, their gait and their hips and their shoulders and how things were aligning. And you just turn into one heck of a geek. But it's fun.
Yeah. And that I love that part. I love it. The anatomy and the biomechanics of everything. It's fantastic. That's the one issue with personal trainers. They stay stagnant.
Yes.
They don't progress. Like you said, and like I've said, we're looking for the next thing. What can we provide? Where can we go? And obviously we've done sports massage. I've done my level 4 strength and conditioning. Yeah. I just want to be a sponge. Yeah, I'm going to take on everything so I can give the best possible service.
Yeah. That's another reason why we're doing these podcasts. For the people listening, for myself, even from a selfish point of view, then I want to learn off you lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just want to sit here, chat, chinwag, and listen.
Yeah, I love just scrolling through and just listening to videos, whether it's 2 minutes long or 25 minutes long on the body and exercise and the biomechanics and how we can make things easier and those small little tweaks that just make everything fall into place.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, the gym kit that are in most gyms, they aren't designed around the body.
Not necessarily.
And that's how I like to tweak these little things to make it more acceptable for the next client coming in.
You've got a good system going in terms of boot camps and classes, because any personal trainers or any fitness instructors that are listening now, they are an incredible, I found it anyway, when I was running spinning classes, boxing classes, like little pads, pad work and things like that. That they were likely to be my highest way of upselling me as my business. Easy, because
absolutely,
I was able to film 12 people and above all in one go, looking at their faces, shouting, screaming, laughing, joking, interacting with these people, whacking them all over social media, tagging the bastards. They would reshare that. They would tell their mates, more people would come. Word of mouth is probably the most successful thing.
I was literally just about to say the same thing.
Ever, I think.
Yeah. I've spent thousands of pounds on Facebook ads, adverts and flyers and everything. And I've found the word of mouth is the best advertising tool ever.
Yeah. When I first started, I made the big, stupid mistake of a magazine company. It was just like a local city one. Yeah. It wasn't like a Herald Express. It was just like a living magazine, like a living magazine thing, And they were like, "Oh, hi, Matt Smart Fitness. We can see you're a new brand. Blah, blah, blah. Do you want a little segment in one of our pages?" I was like, "Yeah, go on then." So I paid 250 quid, right, for an A4 sheet of paper.
Yeah.
I'm talking split an A4 into 8 pieces.
Bottom corner.
8, and I was the bottom corner. Right, for 250 quid. I remember the magazine in the post, a little post-it note at the front of the magazine on the front cover, turn to page blah blah. So I was like, oh, I'm really excited. I was like, oh my God,
here
look
we
at
go.
this. And there I was, tiny, wasn't even as big as my nutsack. And I was like, what is going on here? How am I gonna? I got not one shade of business, nothing, not one phone call, not one hit, not one shed of information from anybody. And social media personally is it is so powerful if you use it right and you're good at it. Social media is wicked, it's free and people still moan about it.
So I say social media is my business media. It is such a fantastic tool to use when done correctly, to make income. And that's, I'd say, a good 70%, probably higher, of my clientele come through Instagram. And it's free. It's I'll just waffle shit on it and I'll put some pictures up.
You're the same as me, mate. I'll just sing to Disney on there.
sing to Disney and do a few exercises.
No, honestly, I always jump on video calls with clients, almost like this. Or potentials, and we have a chat. And if they want to come on board, great. If not, great. And there was one lady a couple months back, she said it towards the end. She was like, "It was actually out of you and another coach." I was like, "Oh, okay. Could I ask as to why you've picked me?" Or and her answer, right? I almost worked myself. She was like, "Oh yeah, it's because you're in the car and you were singing to James Blunt." And I'm like, "Are you joking? Are you kidding?" No. And this is the thing. And I skimmed over it and laughed it off. But when I, look back as to why, it's because people invest themselves into people they enjoy watching, or they see a little bit of themselves in you, or you don't seem so much of a, and this is why I'm doing this podcast now, is I find that if you're into fitness, that's just you. You pigeonhole yourself into this sciencey, bullshitting bodybuilding twat that just fumbles out these scientific words of anterior tilt this and fucking whatever fancy scientific words you can pull out of your ass. I'll just go arm or leg, or could
lift your leg.
That's it. Move your leg from there to there. And people love it because they're like, oh, okay, it's simple. And it is simple. But we almost get to a point where we need to, I need to sort of set myself above. No, just be yourself, man.
Yeah, just be genuine. Yeah. If people can relate to you and you're being genuine, then it's that authenticity.
It's the authenticity I find that pushes the ones that stand out a little bit apart from the rest. I find the ones that are kind of in the mix do the same stuff. It's almost like that be the black sheep analogy. If the herd of sheep say the same stuff, do the same stuff, follow
the same crowd.
Exactly. They wear the same sort of clothes. They do, and that's great. And I'm not here to criticize them at all. But if you want to sort of set yourself, just be your silly twattish self.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just being it.
One thing my old man used to say is, "Son, always be a shepherd and not a sheep." And I just do.
That. Yeah, I like that. I thought the other week of you're either the influenced or the influencer. Yeah, it's almost like be the shepherd and not the sheep.
Yeah, be the shepherd and not the sheep. And it itself, and it's like coming back around to the Instagram side of things. Signed up a client from Australia the other week, and he was like, "Oh, I thought you was in Australia." I was like, "No, literally 24 hours across the globe." He was like, "Oh."
There might be a hint in my accent potentially,
He said, "Well, you've stood out to me, and there's no other person that I want to work with." And I was like, that's fucking amazing. If I've got that reaction to someone halfway across the world, and all through Instagram, it's a powerful tool. We
started online coaching near enough exactly the same time. I started 27th of April, so a month after COVID hit.
Yeah.
And so I was
23rd of March. I started.
Yeah. It's madness, isn't it?
Yeah. And look at us now.
I know. And I was, so when COVID hit, I thought, oh, balls, there's no gyms. What do I do? So I was PTing people through FaceTime on my phone. So I was sat in my living room with clients on FaceTime on the phone, in their living room, in their kit, with tins of beans in a backpack.
Exactly the same as me.
And the things that you can do, but it got to the point where I was so frustrated because I just did not have that interaction. And then your argument could be, well, you're not getting it now. And that's very true. But maybe perhaps I've adapted to the scenario now, and I'm aware that I can create the same interaction through YouTube videos and through podcasts and through Instagram lives, and still seeing people inside the gym. But yeah, man, we started near enough the exactly same time.
Exactly.
I've still got the post on Instagram now of me going, the standard hi guys, I'm now starting online coaching.
Yes. Hi guys. I'm taking on my first 3 clients. If you're interested.
It was 5 for me, by the way. I opened up, quote unquote, I have 5 spaces there.
5 spaces. Limited spaces.
Yeah, a load of bollocks. But I took someone on from there, and it just built and built and built and built and grew. And social proof is golden. Social, it's your transformation pictures. It's from A to B. It's what I can do for myself. It's what I can do. Can I actually provide what I am telling that? And that's the biggest. I can help you get fit. Do you want to get fit this year? Come to me. I can be your coach. Well, come on then, show me what you can do. No one has it.
No one has it. Yeah. It's like the social proof, like I said, social proof is so good, but you need to put across the relevant story as well, I think.
Yeah.
It's all well and good having Tracy who's lost 14 stone from left to right, but you don't know, this is where she was in a bad place. We took her online, we got the confidence, the body goal was here, this is where we took her, and it's telling that story as well, because a lot of people are invested into other people, and we're nosy fuckers. Humans are nosy people. We want to know who's done what and how they've done it. And I think I always try to give a little bit of free info every day to someone.
Yeah, of course.
Because we all love free shit.
Yeah.
And if I can just help one person on my story, whether that's giving some free information or even making them cheer up a little bit, they're having a shit day, I've done my job.
Shall I tell you a little fact then? Which I learned the other day, if you like learning stuff.
I love it.
So I learned this off a podcast, and those that are listening, hopefully you've not heard this one before. We as humans do a thing called, it sounds a bit funny actually, it's called heat dumping. Have you ever heard of that?
Right, go on.
Heat dumping. So when your body when your organs become overheated, when you become too hot, your body has 3 areas of your body that heat dumps. It's your forehead, the back of your hands, and the top of your feet. Have you ever wondered why, whenever you get hot in bed, you stick one foot out without even thinking about it? You stick one foot out. Typically, you would have your hands outside anyway of the bed.
Yeah.
You sit. There you go.
There you go.
So when you're hot, don't like put socks on and don't do any of that nonsense.
Yeah.
Just let you. There you go. And I've found that with when you go for a sauna and then a cold shower. You ever done those combos?
Yeah.
I notice you would have thought after going in the sauna for 15 minutes and sweating like a bastard, you go into the cold shower and you would de-sweatify and you don't sweat anymore. But I sweat over extensive more because now my body has gone into shock and my organs and my body now feels, this is what happens. My body now feels like it's going into potentially hypothermia, and it's now gone into the Antarctic, and now my organs are going to overheat to heat my body up. So now I'm sat there after a cold shower sweating. But I'm freezing cold. So it's like all over the place.
It's mental. Do you want to learn something then? Go on then.
Go.
So I'm a big advocate on sleep. It was only over the last 12 months really that I realized how important sleep is into rest and recovery side of things. And there's a podcast with Joe Rogan, and he's got a sleep psychologist on. When you stay in hotels, only half your brain sleeps. Or if
it's a new environment, right?
Yeah. So
I think I've seen this. It's clever, isn't it?
Half of your brain goes in like protective mode, so it stays awake, and the other half of your brain sleeps.
Yeah.
So you stay alert whilst you're in an unknown environment in case any intruders.
It's very clever, isn't it?
It's so amazing.
So clever.
Yeah.
Isn't his name something Scott or Scott something?
Matthew Summer. It's a fantastic. I could listen to it every day.
He's an English guy. About the sleep guy. Yes.
Yeah. You burn about 400 to 460 calories if you get about 7 to 8 hours sleep.
That's mad, isn't it? Have you ever noticed
I
when you
just
have
thought,
like midday naps? Have you ever woken up from a do you like nap in the day if you can sometimes?
if my boy's having a nap and I'm there and I'm
Yeah.
cozy, I'll nap.
Yeah. If I
Yeah, yeah.
can, if I try and nod off for 30 minutes, I wake up, and especially during prep, if I did that, I'd wake up and two things would be unexplainable unless you can explain it to me. I'd wake up, my heart rate would be through the roof. So I'd wake up.
Right.
So I did nothing before my sleep. I just laid down and went to sleep, right? So I woke up, my heart rate, I'd be going boom, 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 boom. And I would be vascular as anything. My veins all over my neck and my chest and my arms would just pulse. Obviously, you couldn't see my arms pulsating, but
Yeah.
I was so vascular and I felt like I did a few sets inside the gym. Very, very strange.
Really? That is, yeah.
And to that itself, I thought, that's actually really powerful. Just a small nap like that. I wonder why that did that.
Yeah. That is weird.
Cool, isn't
it's because, well, if say, let's for instance, they say when practice doesn't make perfect, it's practice with good sleep makes perfect. Because when you practice them up, you repeat it. So let's say you're practicing the squat. When you go to sleep, you're repeating that movement in your sleep 20 to 30% faster than when you was doing it in real life. So when you wake up, your body's been going over that motion and that movement so many times. So when you wake up the next day and go to practice that movement again, you can pretty much perfect it because you've done it in your sleep.
Got it. So it's almost like that analogy I used to use as a trainer for people, and I sometimes still use it to this day, because our body is as an adaptive machine, it needs to survive. Something I use, an analogy I use is, let's say if you're running away from a bear in the woods and you just scrape away from that bear, and I'm talking a meter, and you just scramble up that tree and it doesn't kill you. Awesome. You sleep that night and your body will make sure it will do as much as it can, use the fuel you're eating for that day, the sleep that you give it, and the rest to ensure if it gets chased from that bear again next week, it'll be 2 meters ahead of the game.
It can go, yeah.
And then you sleep again, it'll be 5 meters ahead of the game.
Yeah.
And then 10, and you will be you'll never die, because that's what your body is built to do, is just survive. And just like you mentioned, you go and stay in a different environment, your mate's house. I always find it, if I stay at a mate's, if you invited me up to yours and you said, yeah, stay in the living room, I won't sleep for another hour and a half. I'll be tinkering on my phone. I won't lie down and go sleep straight away.
And you would find that you have a better sleep. You'll find that you wouldn't sleep as well.
Yeah, some people find that. I find the same way. And, when you're in your own environment, you can nod straight off.
Yeah. The body is a fucking fantastic
tool. Wicked, isn't it?
It's amazing. It's amazing. And the same with the ladies' side of it as well, with the menstrual cycle. I only realised, again, probably the last year that I've been like coaching myself and taking my own knowledge further, that the menstrual cycle plays a huge role in recovery and training, and if not taken seriously, it can mess up the body badly.
And depending on your cycle, we're looking at different forms of training in terms of your strength training. Pull back, increase calories, pull back, increase your rest, pull back. There's loads. Women are complicated, aren't you, girls?
You girls. If you weren't already at the menstrual cycle, it takes it. No, I'm joking. I love you all, ladies.
Let's talk movies. Let's go nerdy. What was the last movie you watched? Let's talk cinema. What was the last cinema trip that you went to watch? Probably with your boy, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Ron's Gone Wrong.
What is that?
It's
it's a little robot, right?
Little robot, yeah. Everyone gets. It's almost like the new phase. Everyone gets these robots, and this kid his parents can't afford it, so his dad gets one from like a skip or something, and it's a bit of a mong, and it's called it Ron, and Ron goes wrong, and in the end Ron saves his life, and
of course he does. Ron saves the world, mate.
So it wasn't too bad, but probably the last movie was The Gentleman. The Gentleman.
English one done by
English one with Matthew McConaughey.
Yes, is that good?
Yeah, fucking fantastic.
Is it?
Honestly, it is
Guy Ritchie,
amazing.
wasn't it?
Guy Ritchie. Yeah. Honestly, if you love like Lock, Stock or The Snatch, it is an amazing film.
Is it wicked?
Brilliant.
I need to see that, and I need to see. Is it Legend with Tom Hardy when he plays both brothers?
Another fantastic film.
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah,
I'm I get really. For me, I like these realism, like these. Is that the right word? Realistic. Like,
yeah.
I enjoy the realistic movies, right? Like, if you could call Equalizer, with Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
I would call them realistic. It's not at all. Like James Bond, James Bond. I would call that realistic. I enjoy
things that happen every day into a film. Yeah.
But I don't know why, but I just am so attracted to fantasy. It's I think it's what it is because I'm fed. I don't know if it actually is. Maybe I'm making this up. But this world is so shit.
Yeah.
I want to
sort of like a release from everyday shit.
Yeah, man. Like I want to go to Middle Earth. Imagine I've got hairy feet and run around the Shire. I want to jump into the Marvel universe and have a superpower. That is like I've been really. Do you know what's been tickling my fancy recently? What's been tickling my taint?
Go on, tickling your tickler.
Space movies. Really love them. Have you ever watched Interstellar?
No, but I want to. I keep seeing things about it, how like there's the ticking in the film.
Oh, mate, honestly, you'll have to watch it 2 or 3 times without your son there because you have to really concentrate. It's almost like an Inception kind of. You have to be immersed,
absorb everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So Interstellar's good. Like, have you ever watched Martian or The Martian with Matt Damon?
Matt Damon, yeah.
Matt Damon.
Yeah. Every time I say it, no, I can't say it.
What movie is that off again? Something America. The Little Puppets.
Yeah, America. Fuck yeah. America. What? Yeah. What's that?
Durka. Muhammad Jihad. Durka.
Oh. If that come out today, that would be banned.
See, I recorded a podcast this morning. We were talking about Little Britain. Remember that?
Yeah, that wouldn't be allowed today. Too many snowflakes.
But if you watch it, though, you do kind of cringe and go, "Oh crap! How are they doing it?"
Yeah,
that coloured lady, that
Bubbles.
No, that was throwing up when someone.
Oh, when the vicar, when they made cakes and Miss Patel made the scones or something.
Yeah, the black lady. I was like, what is going on? It's like it is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's bad. And if I think today it'd just be banned.
And the bodybuilders in the changing room with the tiny little winkies. That was quite good.
Yeah,
that was quite fun.
What's your hang on? Is something when you sent over some questions and that lot, and I thought you'd go mad at me. I've never watched the Marvel Endgames.
The last two.
The last two. I want to, but I don't think it's a time thing. I think I want to be sat down because if I'm at home, I'm just on the laptop. Right? Can I create something on Canva? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do it? And I'm forever thinking with work.
Yeah, that's exactly
I never really switch off.
The last 2 weeks, mate, I feel wrong. It feels almost a bit alien to pick up the controller on the Xbox. You see the Xbox there, can't you?
Yeah.
No, you can't see it. It feels I just plug it on now to stick now TV on or Netflix on in the background, or I can never whip up a game now because it would just feel like, what am I doing? This is a complete waste of time.
Yeah, time's money.
But the end game and Infinity War and Endgame. So I'll tell you something. You've watched Potters, right?
Yeah.
So you know when, spoiler alert, by the way, everybody, spoiler alert, turn off now. Okay, Dumbledore dies. Okay, on the end of Half-Blood Prince, right?
Yeah.
So cry every time. Okay. Maybe not now.
Even though you know it's coming.
Yeah. I'm like, I shiver before it happens and I cry.
Oh no.
So I always think that, it's not going to happen. Every time I watch it, I'm like, he doesn't die, whatever. That's a load of rubbish. And then he does.
This is a different version.
Yeah. So that makes me cry. The end of Endgame makes me cry. There is a scene, and there are some of you listening right now, but Someone passes, okay?
I think I know who, because someone sport it for Iron Man, is it?
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, all right, yeah. But Iron Man dies.
Mate, I honestly, it is terrible, dude. Like really sad. Like, it's like, this cannot happen. I have invested since I was a little boy all the way up, and you're gone, and you're gone. Nah, you're like the top bloke in this whole clan. You do not die. This is wrong. Get rid of the Hawkeye guy with a bow and arrow. He's
just like, fucking Robin Hood or whatever his name is.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, from all of them, it's like, get rid of this. A Black Widow has her own little spin-off movie now, and
yeah, so that's quite good as well.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that yet. No. To be fair, I call myself a geek, and I hadn't even watched the Ant-Man movies till a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And
I think I watched the first one.
I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed that. I had a bit of like an iffy sort of like, is it even going to be that good because he puts on a suit? And then I thought, hang on a minute, Iron Man is just a suit.
Yeah. So Spider-Man's just a suit.
Yeah. So what am I doing? I find I don't know if you have the same thoughts, if you agree with me on this, but with superheroes, I think there's a backstory that Stan Lee, you know, the old chap who made them all.
Yeah.
He passed away this week 3 years ago, didn't he? I saw it pop up on the old Instagram.
3 years already?
3 years ago, yeah.
Get out.
I think there's a backstory in terms of like lessons to be learned with each character. If you hear me out, let me give it a go. So with Spider-Man, they've re-rolled a young actor being a teenager, is being bullied. If you remember, like, back to when, you know, the Tobey Maguire, sort of like, he was in school, he was a bit of a nerd and he was being bullied, but he managed, and he has something inside to save the world. Like, everyone has that. And the Hulk, the lesson to be learned there is, if you give in to anger, which he does, you turn into a monster.
Yeah.
Like,
an angry person.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, I find that there's like a little lesson to be learned with potentially each character, where you can think, okay, there's something behind this.
There is something there. There's a meaning.
You know what I mean?
Behind it. Yeah, it's, unless you're Bruce Wayne and just got loads of money that you just fucking dig out a bat cave. But he's my geek, I think. I'm a massive Christian Bale is probably the best Batman.
So are you DC or Marvel? Oh, here we go.
I'd say probably DC.
Are you? Have you seen the new
Zack Snyder one?
Yeah, but the new kind of director's cut one. It's like 20 hours long. Dude, you have to watch that. It's like split into, after an hour and a half, it goes, and now part 2. And it's like, whoa, cool. It like lasts forever, man.
Really?
It's so good.
I'll have to dig that out.
It's very, very good. Like, DC movies, have you noticed that, very dark? Like, they're very
dark.
A bit dingy. They're a bit dark. They're a bit like, bit more sort of like emotion. And then Marvel is just very fun. It's just, you can bright. And you can sit there, you can whack it on and just talk to your mate next to you. And it's just like, you can sort of turn around and watch it every 5 minutes. Just like, oh, look, there's a cool bit. Oh, look, Spider-Man's killing him. And oh, look. But DC's very,
it is dark,
emotionally driven.
Pulls you in.
Yeah, it does.
Are you looking forward to the new one? Batman with...
Is that kind of like in the future, in that like desert sort of scene?
No, it's with Patterson, Robert Patterson.
Oh, sorry, yes.
He's Batman. I was like, I don't know how I think about that.
I don't. He's a bit of a pansy, isn't he? I look at him as like Cedric from Harry Potter and the guy from Twilight, and I'm like, nah.
But then you look at the trailer and you think, fucking, he's a bit of a badass.
Yeah, I suppose it's just how the acts, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah, but you won't beat Christian Bale.
If you were to be in any world, let's say like the Marvel world, and have a superpower there, the DC world, I suppose you'd pick DC, wouldn't you?
I don't know, because I don't know if I'd like it. Like, say, it's all dark and dingy in the DC world.
Would you want all the money? Would you want all the money in the world and have a suit, or would you rather have a superpower?
Superpower.
And what would that superpower be, and why?
It would be a couple, but if I could choose one,
You greedy
I'd be
fuck.
greedy fucking, yeah. Bit like yours, where you
What's
can
mine?
manipulate
Yeah,
time.
mate, too bloody right.
That's fucking. And when I heard it, I was like, Heroes, because I bought my dad Heroes for fucking back in 2009 when it came
Yeah,
out.
it's so good, isn't it?
And he's only just started watching it
Oh,
almost
what?
fucking, yeah, 11, 12 years later. And I was like, oh, it's Hero, however you pronounce his name. And I was like, that's a cool fucking power.
Yeah, I'd love to have his.
Or reverse injuries like that woman, like the cheerleader
The
bird.
blonde chick, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Or just invisibility, so I could just go where I want, see who I want, go into places. But then be invisible, but anything I touch also turns invisible.
Oh, like the girl off of it, Incredibles, the daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, so anything she touches, she just turns invisible.
Yeah, so
that'd be cool.
If you needed help robbing a bank, I would just link arms with you and we could both walk in.
We'd nip in. And again, we're not advising to go and rob a bank.
I always get the rob the bank analogy, don't I? It's bad, really.
Why did you rob that bank? Well, fucking Matt and Craig told me to go and do it. Said if we link arms, we'd turn invisible.
What else would you want to do if you're invisible? Think about it, though.
There's no other thing.
I can jump on the bus without having to pay any fare. It's only £2.50.
I can walk through a library and shout, and no one will know who it is.
Bogies.
Who's that?
Oh, that was a wicked. Do you remember Dick and Dom?
Dick and Dom. You seen how old they look now?
They're looking pretty ancient.
They're looking old. What was they on the other day? It was on Summit, and I was like, wow, they look old.
Remember that?
Makes me feel old.
What sort of kids shows did you used to watch? Now, I'm not talking cartoons. I'm talking like, when you got back from... How old are you?
32 in December.
Oh, so you're 3 years older than me. Oh, yeah, you'll be watching the same stuff. So when you got back from school, what things did you used to... What was on the telly? Do you remember 50-50?
50-50.
That was wicked, wasn't it? That like challenge show with all the guns.
Yeah. 50-50. Obviously, Blue Peter.
Yeah, that was on. Yeah.
Queen's Head. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. And you used to flick the coin or something?
Used to rub the Queen's nose. No, Queen's nose. Not sorry, not Queen's Head. Queen's nose.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Pig Heart Boy. Pig Heart Boy? Or something like that, yeah.
What channel was that on?
It was CBBC, and it was the kid had a pig heart or something like that. I can't remember.
What was the it was really popular actually. I can't believe I can't remember the name. But it was a girl in a foster home. Tracy Beaker. That was it.
Oh yeah, she's back, isn't she? So it's on TV now, and she's like a teacher in there.
She's one of the adults.
Yeah, the adults. Yeah.
Tracy Beaker. That was wicked.
Here's one. So I got my boy into Rosie and Jim and Tops TV.
Yes.
He absolutely loves Rosie and Jim.
Rosie and Jim was
he
good.
Loves it, yeah. Yeah. Watching them back, and it is quite funny.
Yeah.
It is quite funny. How I don't know if it's intentional, but they drop in some adult humour.
Because the kids have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Bit like Peppa Pig. now.
See, I've watched a couple of them, but I haven't really.
I just want to punch Peppa square in the face for being an obnoxious little twat. But
did your boy get into that shark song that went absolutely viral?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah. But I don't. He's now every time we get in the van, it's I like to move it. But the Crazy Frog version.
Okay. How old is he?
So he's 3.
3 years old. So what could you get him into that would be appropriate? Could a 3-year-old
parachuting?
just chuck him off the bridge, mate.
Yeah, come on, son. Go skydiving.
Just strap him on your back. Just like, this is normal. This is what every kid does at school with their daddies.
What song? He's got a Sleepy song, which is a beautiful piece of music from Ludovico Einaudi. Classical piece of music. And he'll sit and listen to that for hours.
That's good, man.
Yeah. That's I hope he's like me with my music. I could listen to anything, and I've got a wide variety of music.
Yeah.
Apart from heavy metal, can't do heavy metal.
Do you know what? That's like a common question, isn't it? What sort of music do you listen to? I don't know anyone that just goes, I like this, and that's just that one thing. Like I've got I think the word is eclectic. Like I like everything.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I know you don't like heavy metal, but today for chest, I kind of fancy listening to some like Slipknot. I know that's rap. That's really like out of. No one would ever think that I listen to that. But like on a top set, I want to be screamed at.
if there's a song that I always have a song for my top set.
What, you have like one particular song?
Not a particular.
Oh, a type of song.
Yeah, my go-to song is "Till I Collapse" by Eminem.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll always have that. If I want to get in the fucking zone and get in it, I'll listen to that. But I'll always have to find a song. If I'm going to go onto a top set or a big lift, I'll scan through and I'll go on my phone. I'll be like, no, right, yeah. I'll listen to that. First 30 seconds is all I need just to get it through.
Yeah.
And then I could probably listen to Peppa Pig's theme tune or something.
I got into a phase of listening to, there's a playlist called, I'll have to get on the old Spotify now, won't I? But it's like epic movie music. Yeah, it is. It's called Epic Movie Music, and it has everything on it. And I'm talking all the Marvel, Superman, Spider-Man, Batman theme tune. Yeah, Epic Movie Music. You've got Gladiator.
Amazing.
You got music for, yeah. You got How to Train a Dragon, Game of Thrones music. Yeah, man. Like some like really like classical sort of motivating music. There's a. You ever played God of War on PlayStation?
No.
Do you know what game it is? Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
You're just this one guy that's actually pretty tiny who kills gods, like massive beasts and big monsters and dragons and things. The music to that, if you go on Spotify, what are you training later?
Push.
Same.
No, pull.
Oh,
sorry, pull.
I got chesticles later. Chest, shoulder, today. Try. I think no, just chest and shoulder. But if you go on Spotify, put God of War. That's some wicked music, like some ancient gladiators type. Like you're walking into an arena.
Yeah, I like that kind of music when I'm working. If I'm on the laptop, I'll just bang on some YouTube, some classical music or classical movie music, just something that's not got any lyrics or anything, but just gets me in that zone.
I always have
to have music.
Yeah, talking of like badass like musical themes and movies, if you could be one like a badass character from a movie like Gladiator, that chap, or Rocky, or Rambo,
who would it be?
Or Arnold from Predator or Commando.
I think it'd be like either Commando. It's gonna have to be Arnie. I fucking love the bloke.
You think?
Terminator.
Arnold.
Yeah, Terminator. Arnold. Yeah, it was a shame he weren't at this year's Arnold's.
You were there, weren't you?
Yeah. We missed each other, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Arnold.
I'd probably pick. What's the actor's name from Gladiator?
Russell Crowe.
I'd probably pick him.
Yeah. He dies though.
He's so cool, and he's very stoic. So he's just like the Don. Like he walks, and the Caesar doesn't even want his son to become the next Caesar. He wants him to become the next guy. He's like, my son is pathetic. Get rid of him.
That's one film, like you cry when Dumbledore dies. When he dies, that is so powerful.
Yeah, that's very, very good.
When I first watched that, I blubbered like a little bitch.
Have you ever watched Book of Eli?
I caught the end of it. Yeah, he's
with
blind,
Denzel.
isn't he?
Yeah,
Denzel Washington.
That's wicked. I'd want to be him, but obviously not blind.
Yeah.
That's
I caught the end of that, and I was like, "Fucking hell, that's good." Yeah. Or in fact, Bradley Cooper in Limitless.
Oh, okay. Really?
When he has that.
Yeah, okay.
Towards the end, when he has that, he doesn't have to take the pills. He's just got it.
He's just got it in him now, running through his blood.
And he just can tell when the fucking car's going to crash. He can tell if that bloke's going to have a heart attack.
You imagine that?
That's amazing.
That's almost like the time manipulating. You're that aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
You know that the red light on that street turns at that time, which would mean the traffic moves down that road at that time, which means he's going to move over there, and it's like boom, and it's like you imagine knowing all of that going on in your head. Is it right? Is it true that we can only have we only access a portion?
Brain capacity? Yeah.
So what if we do have access to all of it? What would actually happen if we had access to the entire brain?
I don't think we'd be able to cope with it, and I think we'd actually die.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I would.
Just fucking
I would
pass out.
definitely die. If I woke up tomorrow and I had full capacity, I'd be like, right, that's enough. I'm done.
What is going on?
Yeah.
I'm done. Have you ever heard of modafinil?
No.
It's I don't advise it, and I'm not saying where you can get it from, but it's a tablet that you can take that is called the Limitless Drug.
Oh, right.
And it is a focus and awareness supplement,
like a cognitive enhancement sort of
cognitive thing. But it's a fucking good one.
Have you ever tried it?
Yes, I've got some coming. Yes.
Cool.
And it's very good. So if you want a productive day on a laptop, modafinil. It is amazing.
If you crunch it up and sniff it, would you get it a little bit quicker in
Probably.
there? Wow.
Probably a bit like the film if you make another person ingest it and then stab them and drink their blood.
Oh yeah, do you remember that was a bit fucked up there, the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on here?
But that is a very good supplement if you are looking for anything. But cognitive enhancers are very good as well.
See, I went through a phase so I'm not really a stimmy based pre-workout kind of guy.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't really, like, if I'm honest, I get a tingly set of lips and earlobes, and that's about it. I don't get any more woken up than I already am because I'm so like zing all the time anyway. I find that when I chug back, maybe it's the placebo, I don't know. Obviously it's full of great stuff, but potentially it's the act of placing the scoop in the shaker, shaking it up, smelling the motion of driving, listening to Eminem, sipping it on the way to the gym, opening the car door, popping it in my bag, moving through to the gym, I find is probably, I could argue, more powerful than the effects of the product itself. Now, my argument to that is you've got like, what is it? You've got obviously cognitive enhancement products such as like lion's mane, like mushrooms, basically.
Alpha GPC, Houston, all that.
That was it. So you've got products such as that, and you've got pump-based pre-workouts that I quite like using.
I love pump.
But just the stimmy-based crap, I just find it's just like, is it going to be doing anything?
I have my go-to, which is MV Pre, which is stimulant and pump.
That's the same as mine.
But, I'm on Supplement Needs, Focus Plus and Pump.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Was that the special from
the Arnold's? Yeah. Honestly, it's one of the best pump supplements that I've ever had.
Is it good?
You have to take it 60 to 75 minutes before your session. But it is very, very good. It's probably got 100 milligrams of caffeine in it, so it's not heavy stim. And it's I have some of the best sessions in it.
Yeah, I had the pump. Was it the pump one or the pre? No, it was definitely the pump. Yeah, the alien juice or something, the alien flavor.
Yes,
that was quite nice. That was a quite nice flavor.
Yeah. There is. Obviously, we're supported by the best supplements.
And to be fair, if it elite, it's the different. You'll find that the most expensive products are typically the ones that are the dosages are so high.
Yeah.
Because
and correct as well.
Yeah, and there's not many in. So how can I word it? So the price is high, the ingredients are limited, but the dosages are high.
Yeah,
because it's what you actually need.
The ingredients are low, but the ingredients in there are fucking good.
Yeah, it's the dosages of what you need and above.
Yeah. It's you pay for what you get for, basically, and I've been with Paul for 2 years now, I think.
Way longer than me, then.
Yeah. I was his first athlete, I think.
Oh, cool.
And it's fantastic. You generally pay what you get for. So I'll never turn down my protein or bulk powders or anything.
No.
But because it does a job.
Yeah.
But if you want fucking top-notch supplements, elite.
So the things I get from bulk powders are my egg whites, and what else do I get from there? Carnitine and things like that.
Yeah.
Just random vitamins and then everything else from elite. So if you could pick your top 3 best brands for supplements.
Ooh, brands.
So I think you're probably going to name the 3. So mine, I'll start with mine. I'll start with mine. Supplement Needs would be 1.
Yep.
Strom would be a 2nd, and these are no particular order really.
Yeah.
And number 3, good God, that's actually quite tough.
I think I'd go the same with you, and then I'd go Perform
for the whey. Yes,
for the flavors and the whey.
How are they doing that?
I don't know, but it's fucking fantastic what they're doing. The carrot cake one is insane.
When you're on a diet, I think I almost cried. I definitely got a bit of a stiffy when I was on prep, and I was dying, man. I had barely any food in.
Yeah.
And I bought the lemon. So I'm a lemon fanatic.
The lemon cheesecake or lemon cake.
Yeah. So I got the lemon cheesecake. And if anyone has ever had, the curdy bit in the lemon cheesecake, the gunky, gooey stuff. Oh my!
Yeah.
And it genuinely doesn't taste like that now, though. Why? Because I can eat different varieties. But when your palate is so sensitive,
your palate is yeah.
When I tried that, I swear a tear just slowly just like dripped down my cheek when I had that, and I was like, "My God, I'm eating a cheesecake."
Yeah,
it's incredible.
That's all you need. That's all. It is incredible. I've got double chocolate at the minute. I'm a chocolate fiend.
So I've got the chocolate batter, the double chocolate, and the lemon cheesecake. I've got a coconut and a chocolate mint in the smaller tubs.
I might try the Oreo one that they've just had.
I've seen that. They've just optimized that.
But I don't want to get too many because I'll just have a cupboard overflowing with supplements like I have already.
The problem I find, which I quite like with bulk powders and I don't know about my protein because I haven't ordered them for years. I like bags. I don't like tubs.
Yeah.
I do not like tubs. They are big, bulky. You can't stack them. I know I'm a weirdo, but I want some nice, sexy looking cupboards, right? So if I open up my cupboard and there's just circular tubs everywhere, you can't stack those bastards.
You can't. No.
You can't fit them in square.
And they make them so awkward that one size and you can't get another one into on top of it because it's too big.
I wonder why why are they domey, circle, cylindrical tubes?
You would have thought with today how like plastic negative we are, they should be in bags, surely.
Or why aren't they square?
Because you can get the scoop all the way around the circle.
But it's a dry powder, so even if you've got 4 corners, it's all
sometimes it gets a bit glaggy, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, good point. And you can never find the fucking scoop anyway when you first open it.
No. You have to use a fucking spoon to spoon it out.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Go on.
If you could offer any piece of it, hang on, I've got 2 questions. Have you ever done a competition before?
Yeah. Did my first competition 2018. 2018.
Doing what?
Saxon Classic first timers.
Wow.
I got blew out the fucking water. I was naive, didn't have a coach, didn't have an off season. I started at 102 kilo and I was 86 on stage. No proper structure, no off season. I did it natural as well because I was thinking first timers, they're all going to be natural. They're not going to be, they were fucking beasts.
And then you look to your left, you were like, holy shit. You look to your right, like, holy shit.
Was pumping up backstage. I messed up my carb up. I messed up everything. But I was backstage. I was like, there's literally no point. But when I stepped on stage, it was a fucking fantastic feeling. I loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
And then I look back at it now and it makes me want to do it even more.
Yeah.
Once I've had my back, because I know I can improve on that. And I don't want that to be my only time I've stepped on stage. Yeah. I've got to prove to myself that I can beat my last time.
That was you're very similar to me in that mindset of when I did my first in June and came 5th in Birmingham at the first timers for PCA. I was so who wants 5th? Who makes it? It would be disgusting, dude. Honestly, I was so upset, man.
Yeah.
So I dieted for another 6 and got third. And I wanted to do
Third.
better. So that obviously, again, you don't want to come third, you want to come first.
Yeah.
But for me, my first place was, I said to myself, I am going to be better at least 4th place.
Yeah.
That means I did better. And that is a first place for me. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Because you've done better than your previous. Yeah. You've beat yourself.
And I came third, and I was over the moon. I was probably more happy than the chap who came first. And the chap who came first in my category, he came 4th in the worlds a year before that. And for me to, I know, and for me to stand up next to him, I was like, okay, I'm pretty happy with this package that I brought. And he's won countless shows. I was probably more over the moon getting third.
With your third,
beating my 5th place than he was, like getting first after being 4th in the world, etc. So, but it was just like you said, it's such an experience. And for me, next year, I want in and out. I want to get my gold, and I'm off. I don't want to bodybuild anymore. Don't want to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Done.
I'll always train. I want to look good. I want to feel sexy. I want to look superb in a pair of shorts. But I want to start something like jiu-jitsu or professional rock climbing, or just do like some funky ass stuff. I don't want to be in such a, and this is why I'm doing this podcast, is I don't want people to, it's such a judgmental, we're being judged by complete strangers in a subjective manner. And that's absolutely fine. I don't mind, but it's not really something I really have fallen in love with.
Yeah,
I've kind of jumped into it as a challenge, like, fuck yeah, I'm going to get my gold and then I'm off. Thing,
I'll take my plate, I'll take my gold and then
that's it. But I say that now, who says that when I get a gold and I swap that brown coloured one that you can see in the corner there for a gold one, who says that I'll say, okay, I want to do the finals now and get the best in Britain, and then I go.
And then you get your pro card,
but that's my goal at the moment anyway.
Yeah. It's such a subjective, selfish industry. Jesus Christ, that I was with my wife at the time, and it was so I can't go out for meals, can't do this, I'm tired all the time. I just and that's one thing I found, such a selfish sport as well, but I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it.
Go on then, this will be the question for you then. If you could give any piece of advice to someone that is potentially going to prepare for a comp, or in the midst of prepare, well, they wouldn't be now because I think it's the end of the season now, right?
It's end.
Let's say next year or whatever. What would be your number one piece of advice? And I'm not saying your last relationship broke into pieces because of you may have found it difficult. I haven't done a competition prep being with someone. What would be your best piece of advice to someone that has someone that is going through a competition prep?
Support. Make sure the support, and you're both from the beginning know what's going to happen. You sit down, because it's not just you going through it, it's your partner going through it as well. She or him, they, them, he, she, unicorn, whatever, wants to know what is going to be happening, how you're going to be feeling, and talk to each other, because it gets hard. It's hard. Me and you can tell everyone how hard prep is, and to have a bad relationship or negative relationship with one another in that time just makes it a whole lot harder. I'm not saying I had a negative relationship, but it was at times the support when it was needed wasn't there. So have that support from the start, support one another, help each other out. If it means you got to watch your kids whilst you're having your 6th meal, do it. You've put yourself in that position to do the prep. Don't give up your other duties as a husband or a wife or whatever, and just fucking support each other. I think that's the biggest thing.
So support.
Because
support,
it's needed.
Support and communication. You're coming.
Communication. Yeah, definitely.
And,
definitely.
I think that's one thing that I took away from that whole experience personally is you can almost become very, and I think I'd class myself as an extrovert. Is that word extrovert?
Yeah.
So introvert and extrovert. I almost throughout the whole process of the prep, I almost became an introvert
Yeah, you almost just go in your own shell, don't you?
Yeah,
You
and
just
that's it. And I
hide
got to a
yourself
point.
away.
That's it. And I kind of got to a point in the latter half where I was extremely vocal, which was a very, very good thing. I didn't until the first comp, and then that gap, or that sort of the 6 weeks between first and second show, incredibly vocal. I feel like this.
Yeah.
You are pissing me off now, or I'm sorry about this, or this is this,
Yeah.
or and
Because I think
that's it.
because you knew
That's it. I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
And this is, I think this is the biggest thing in anything, is just, like you mentioned earlier, just jump in, do it.
Yeah.
And if you make a mistake, but that's fine. That's the whole point. But you make sure you learn, though. You make sure you learn.
Yeah. Exactly. You learn that mistake, because if you do it a second time, it's not a mistake.
Yeah.
You learn from it, and you never lose, you learn.
Yeah.
That's what I like to say. You never lose, you learn.
Yeah. Constantly growing, mate. Constantly getting better.
And that's exactly that.
You have to, and I've made this mistake countless times. You have to actually learn. I've made the mistake, and I think there are a lot of people that are going to be listening now, and you in particular, you might be exactly the same. I've made a mistake, and I was just like this throughout school. I made a mistake, silly little stupid mistake. I don't know what I did, but I'd make it a second time, and I don't know why.
Because we wanted to see if there was a different reaction.
I think that's what it is. I think what it is but I didn't intentionally go, oh, I made that mistake. Oh, I know. I'm going to try that little bastard again and see if it does it.
Yeah.
I think I just didn't learn. I made the mistake a second time, and then I finally learned. I always have throughout my life made the mistake bloody twice. And then I go, right, now you've slapped yourself in the face. You will not do that again.
It's like, that second time is like, just want to double check, and then you get slapped around the face. You're like, you fucking idiot. What are you expecting a different result for? Yeah. I think it's part of it is human nature, just to, I'm just going to see if there's a different result around the corner. When you know full well there isn't, I'm just going to see.
It's a test. It's like a test, isn't it?
So don't press that big red button.
It's like kids, I think. They just test their dads and test their mums just for a reaction. How far can I?
Right, they do.
How far can I push them today? How far can I push them?
Yeah.
But mate, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Honestly, mate, I've loved this. It's been amazing.
Before we go, is there anything you want to say? Anything you want to plug? What's your gym going to be called? Where is it going to be? When are you going to open it?
So the gym is going to be called the HQ.
I've
not decided what the H and the Q stand for. I've got a couple of ideas.
High quality. You've got
health quarters.
You've got headquarter, high quality, health quarter,
Heaton quarters. But I think I'm putting my name on it too much. But
Heaton quarters.
I think I'm gonna go health quarters.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the route I'm gonna go. And it's in Wellingborough. So those guys know it's Northamptonshire, which is near Milton Keynes, Bedford way. And I'm hoping, it's been going on since April, so I'm hoping towards end of January I'm having an open day. It's going to be a charity event. I'm going to
be there, don't you?
Yeah, you'll get the invite.
Mate, that'd be wicked.
A couple of rugby players that play for, a couple of mates that play for Northampton Saints. They're coming down. I've got my good friend Anthony Cotton, who works in Coronation Street. He's coming down.
No way.
It's going to be, good friends with him. It's going to be a charity event for SAFA, which is a military charity. So it's going to be a big open day. We'll have some booze, we'll have some cakes, food, have a couple of competitions.
That's very good.
It's as soon as I know more, I'll be publishing it all.
Mate, I'll be down. I'll bring my camera, get it all videoed, get it all shot. Yeah,
absolutely, mate.
That'd be amazing.
You'll be there. You'll be there.
I hope you're going to have like a champagne bottle on a piece of string and you smash it on the wall as you open
I'm going to invite the mayor down to do that.
You get the ribbon, cut the ribbon.
Honestly, mate, I've got so many plans.
I'm excited.
It fucking excites me.
It's good, man.
And I'm excited for you as well, for yours.
I know. That's big.
It's very big.
It's big, man.
We've got some big boots to fill, haven't we?
I know. And I'm a very, I don't know what, I think you're probably the same because I didn't know about it. So you're probably the same as me. I shut my gob until it happens.
Yeah. Absolutely.
My lips are sealed until things. So many people just talk. I'm gonna do this. Have you done it? No. It's because of this. I'll just shut up and just do it. Or just don't say a word until it's done.
Some of that is good but bad.
Yeah.
Like if I say I'm going to do it to someone, I've got a point to prove now.
Oh,
I've told them I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's some things that are worth fucking shutting your mouth for.
Yeah.
Like what we've spoke about.
Yeah.
And then when people, because everyone's got a little couple of haters, and then when they see, fucking hell, he's actually done it.
Yeah.
And it's like, fucking
it's so good. I've
done it.
It's such a good feeling. When everything was against us, you broke your back basically going snowboarding, and just like Uno. He's opened it. Oh bollocks, he has actually done really well.
Oh shit, he's actually and he's actually got the best gym in Wellingborough. Oh shit. Oh, he's actually done it.
Anybody in Wellingborough, end of January. Anybody in Northampton? Where is it? Northamptonshire. Welcome to Northamptonshire. The gym HQ will be opening. It'll be heat. I reckon
health cause.
I reckon health cause.
I've got the logo already.
Have you?
I've got the logo. Yeah.
Is it kind of similar to your coaching colours? That tealy grey.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'll send you over after this.
I like a teal. I like a teal and grey. It's very clean, very crisp, very nice. I like that.
Clean, crisps, and to the point.
I like that. Right, we need to get our pre-workout in me, mate. Because
yes, we do. We're almost in that time of rush hour.
It's kind of in that limbo stage. If I eat too close, am I going to be sloppy training? If I eat too, I need to get that oats down me, mate.
Rice Krispie Squares, mate. Bang them in.
I could do cereal instead of oats. You have a fine point.
Yeah.
I think
I've got Cocoa Pops, and I think I've got some Rice Krispie Squares. A couple of those.
Before we go
on.
During the end of prep, I bought 4 boxes of like American cereals.
I
got the Oreo ones. I got these.
You've got type 2 diabetes without even opening them.
I'll open the box and I'll just be like, my belly will just hang over my belly immediately. Mate, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening.
Amazing. Thank you so much
for
having me,
Fitness. That is my absolute pleasure. And we will see you, or you'll hear us on the next hour. I'll keep on saying you'll see us. It's because I always do videos, man. I never do podcasts. It's weird. But
Surely FM coming in your ears.
Oh, God, yes. Your eargasm will be coming to you very, very soon.
Eargasm.
Right. See you later, guys.
Right. See you later.